What's good, everybody? Yo, this bra strap is gonna absolutely piss me off the whole show because I was at home and I was trying to hide it and I didn't have the proper bra, but so you guys are gonna see me tugging on it and stuff, but it's only because I'm a Virgo and I'm like a perfectionist and everything has to always be perfect. Hope everybody out there is staying healthy and safe. Most importantly, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's edition of Grown Talk with Goddess. I'm Goddess. Hey, it's still lagging. Is it supposed to be doing that? Okay, it's gonna just drive me crazy. I see myself moving differently than what you guys see on the computer.
Just a little bit. Give me 1 second.
Okay, no, but you don't have to turn it off or nothing. It's okay. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll deal with it. Damn, I got my brush up here on the table. Truth got the AC on, so I feel like I'm in one of those old school R&B videos with like the hair blowing. Where did I go?
You good? Good. Talk.
Yeah, I feel like I should be like laying next to somebody with them touching my face in slow motion with the air that's blowing on me right now.
What's good, Tom?
Hey, Hey, Tony. What's going on? I'll be back up on the screen in a second. I don't know what's going on. It's making me feel real paranoid right now. But it gives me time to sip, which is what I'm doing. Oh, thank you. My friend just texted me and told me I look nice. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is that a friend that has watched the show before?
Well, this is the first time that I've texted him because he was sending me.
Okay, because I was about to say you've been watching a couple of shows and now you want to comment.
No.
Starting to feel some type of. And I'm just fucking with you.
No. He was sending me stuff on Facebook, so I just texted him the link to the show. Like, watch my show tonight. I don't never see you on the show, so thank you so much. I know he's watching. That's dope. Um, First and foremost, big rest in peace to George Floyd. A lot has happened in the week since I was here. Not only are we dealing with the epidemic of coronavirus, we're now dealing with racism in America all over again. But has it ever stopped and will it ever? Probably not. Um, what did Tony say? Hey, Tony.
Yeah,
Hey,
of course, of
Tony.
course. You know what I mean?
He needed
Get her, Tone.
he
Get her.
needed to see me say it. But the whole scene with the jail on fire that I've seen out in Minneapolis and the Target, that Chinese lady that had all them TVs, that was hilarious. So was the white lady with the lamps.
I was just telling everybody earlier. I was like, man, if I knew this shit, we took a flight out there.
What?
We could have got all kinds of equipment.
Yo, I'm telling people, like, listen, if anybody plans on going crazy at the Walmart in Teterboro, let me know. I need like 4, 5 TVs. Forget everything else. I got everything else.
Well, I mean, if you, I will put it this way: if you could line it up with the next batch, the next stimulus that's about to hit,
We getting another one?
yeah, you get another one.
Oh, shit. Hey.
So you're getting another one. What's good, Prodigy?
Prodigy. Hey, Latoya.
Tone said Atlanta didn't win ham.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Yo,
But they're releasing another stimulus. So we're supposed to get. So what happened is the Democrats put up a bill where they wanted each person to get $2,000 for 3 months.
right.
They're waiting for the Republicans to come back. So supposedly the Republicans have come back, and they knocked that 2,000 down to 12, and it's going to be one more time or two more. So they're just trying to hammer or fine tune exactly how much it's going to be, and will it be one more time or multiple times?
That's pretty dope. Listen, I was watching Live PD. That is my Saturday night home in the house with the kids show. I happen to enjoy the cops going around, fucking around, doing stupid shit. It gives me knowledge. Watching that show was the reason why when I got pulled over just recently, I pretended like I was deaf. It worked. There were no cops on in Fairlawn that could do sign language, so they let me go. But if you act like you're deaf, they will not mess with you.
That's fucked up. Now, if somebody would have showed up, you'd have been in hot water.
Yo.
But I'm happy it turned out for you.
Yeah, everything turned out okay with that. So, what was I talking about? Oh, okay, so anyway,
Put
yeah,
the mic a
cops
little closer so you ain't got.
Oh, a little closer?
Yeah, there you go.
Cops are definitely bugging out right now. Everybody, please stay safe. I had to unfriend one of my friends off Facebook. She made this real long ass post talking about, with all this going on in America, I fear for my white son because everybody's looking at white people as being racist now. Delete, bitch.
Why would you delete her over that?
What? Nobody thinking about fucking Timmy, man.
That's messed up.
Yo.
She feared for her child's life.
Yo, she fears for her child's life.
I got you, Karen.
She fears for she fears for her child's life
Right.
from the black people.
Right.
Okay, but if you teach your son the right way from the beginning, then you don't gotta worry about little white Timmy.
Well, she told you Timmy obviously is hanging with Pookie and Ray Ray and them, which is why she worried.
Yeah, you know what?
If Timmy was up there with Bodsworth for them, she wouldn't have anything to worry about. But no, I mean, it's at the end of the day, you want, because unfortunately, when cases like this happen, everyone wants to put every white person in one barrel, every black person in another barrel. Not everybody is a racist, period. There are some good cops out there, and there were a lot of white cops that went on the conceited ass. There was a lot of white cops that went on.
I can't see myself anyway.
And went on Facebook and made a post. Mm-hmm. One of the white cops actually got fired.
As he should. What'd he do?
No. He went on and said what was happening was murder. He sided with there's no way in the world that should have happened. You know, you're taught this and you're taught that. So he was with it. Mm-hmm. And I guess whatever county, whatever he's in, they felt some type of way about it and they fired him.
That's
so
bullshit.
Not every white cop is bad. Not every white person is bad. You know, it's crazy. Toe says nobody's worried about Karen and little Timmy.
For real. Nobody's thinking about you, Timothy. But I will say this. The majority of the people that I've seen looting and going crazy are not black. I seen a Chinese lady with 5 TVs.
Well, this is what people have to understand. The very first person that started looting was white. No, real talk. It was the white guy who had the sledgehammer who broke
AutoZone, right?
AutoZone window, and that's what started the process. But media likes to narrate the storyline as best as they can. So what did they do? They made sure they showed black people. You ain't seen not one person looting, but there's many people out there, white, Chinese, looting just with us, but they have to set the narrative, and it's unfortunate.
Yo, I seen that Chinese lady.
She's official. She knew what the fuck. Yo,
she
the
had,
funniest dude is a dude that ran out with 3 outfits.
Yeah.
It was the funniest shit in the world because he didn't run out with a bunch of clothes on his arm. Nigga had 3 pairs of pants and 3 shirts.
Yeah.
And you could tell they were his size.
Yeah.
That nigga went shopping during looting. I ain't never seen no shit like that before in my life, man.
Look,
but shout out to him.
You need, man. I'm telling you.
He said, I got a hot date online. We're gonna Zoom each other.
Listen, looking good.
I'm gonna look good during this shit.
Oh man! Other than that, we had Memorial Day, which was just sitting around the house making hot dogs.
I was at work, so
yeah,
making that triple time sounds good.
I really didn't do anything. We made some hot dogs and stuff outside.
Did you? Oh, so you did barbecue?
I did.
I ain't get invited.
I did.
No, I ain't saying.
I just had a little small.
I ain't get invited. All you had to do is tell Michelle Paris was gonna be there. She would have ran.
Oh man! All right, so this week on Facebook, excuse me. I don't have Corona. This week on Facebook, that's that smoker love.
Yeah, all right. Goddess will be doing the rest of the show by herself. She's going to call me when the show ends, and I will come back and end the stream.
I'm all right, y'all. I'm good. I'm probably better than better. But Facebook was this week. I put up topics, but I put them up last minute. I've had a lot going on. I'm physically beaten up. I'm mentally beaten up. I did realize something this week, though.
We're listening.
if well, this is just be my advice to the ladies, but the men can take this advice too. If someone is showing adequate interest in you on Facebook, pay attention. And don't just only look at their profile picture because it might be a bad one or it might not even be them at all.
You got to break that down further. You like mad cryptic. We
I'm
need
not
we need some
cryptic.
backdrop.
Backdrop is, like you never know who you could be passing up, for that one bad picture.
Okay.
I happen to accept anybody on pages 2, 3, and 4 because those are like my pages to do most of my promoting on. But on my main page, is where I'm selective. And, you might come across somebody, they're stay in your inbox, bothering you, da-da-da. That could be the one that you're supposed to end up being with. Check out their pictures. That's it.
So you're judging that on the physicality of the situation first.
Yeah. Like, say, for instance, if a dude got a picture of his profile picture and he got a hoodie on his head, and that's his profile picture, and you're not taking a look at the other pictures in the profile, you could be passing up gold, platinum.
Overlooks.
Especially, listen.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for dreadheads. And sometimes you might not, like I just said, if someone got a hoodie on or a hat on in the picture, it may make them look completely different.
Okay.
Me personally, I always look different. Sometimes I'm blonde, sometimes I'm brown, I'm black, so look at certain pictures. There might be pictures that are more appealing than others.
So is that when it comes to dating, that is the very first thing that Goddess is checking out is physical attributes first, the way the person physically looks.
Listen.
No, it's nothing wrong with it.
Yes.
I tell people,
if you're doing
nothing wrong
dating,
with it.
especially if you're doing dating online.
Okay.
Like, I haven't had a Plenty of Fish account in years. During this pandemic, I keep getting a bunch of inboxes, and they're coming in through my email because I don't have an app. This one wants to meet you. This one meets you. So everybody is bored. But you're looking at a couple of pictures of a person, and they have that one main picture of it. That might not be the one that's appealing.
No, I feel you.
So
Give
do your
it some
research.
time. But like I said, we all have in our minds what we're attracted to. And I try to tell people, don't be ashamed of what you're attracted to. It's you.
Yeah.
It's what you're going to be stuck with, what you're going to be dating. So if you have a certain physicality, or certain things that you're in, don't apologize for it. It is what it is.
Right. All right. So let's get our topics up as a blend into what it is that we're going to talk. And this is one of the ones that I thought
Why you
about.
keep crooking your head? You the one who wrote it. You should know what we're talking about. So the first topic
Yes.
today.
What's the hardest part about dating you? And I wanted people to be honest. It's not easy to critique ourselves.
I think
This would have been better if it was up longer.
no, yeah, I think we could do a part 2 of it, but I think this was by far one of the greatest topics that you've put up. Because
Really?
no, seriously, because like if you're telling someone to be honest, and then like you have people who are truly honest, they'll sit back and you do like I was doing, I folded my arms. What is the the thing about me that people might find difficult?
Right.
So
right.
the fact that you actually have to be honest and be, willing to actually come out, I think is a beautiful thing.
Yo, I wrote paragraphs.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No,
Yeah, I
I'm
see a lot of people. A lot
Yeah.
of people went in on this one, and it was only up for a short period of time.
Yeah, it was. Shout out to Laura D. She's your friend. I'm actually going on your page and starting off with the comments there. She says she has a smart ass mouth.
I mean, it could be. What's the thing about women with smart ass mouths? You have to know when to be smart.
Yes.
Like there's certain times where it's not needed, and it's a little extra.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand that.
Yo,
You know what
this-
I mean? But
this-
she understand that.
This also could silently be how I'm trying to look for somebody else. No, I'm just kidding. Look,
I know it's cool. It's that, and
Taking
also
notes.
because like dudes like to punish women later for their smart ass mouths. Like, oh,
Right.
remember that fucking comment you made?
Yo, I love that shit. Do
But that's
it.
what I'm saying. So
It's okay.
it could be a good thing, a bad thing, but that's what I say. Like, you gotta like kind of pick. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's certain times you don't want to like. He just got fired from a good job. I don't think you want to be smart mouth then. You know what I mean?
That's what your ass get.
Yeah. Like,
What's for dinner? Shit. That's me. All right. So, let me see. Let me go up to the top. Shout out to Eric Daniel Ash. The hardest thing about dating him is he's always trying to make extra money and he's not home. He said, plus being a volunteer firefighter.
all right, this man, no disrespect, is either ugly as hell or he's been hurt multiple. No, I'm just fucking with you. Firefighters are normally fit.
Yeah.
It sounds like my man's running from something.
Maybe.
It sounds because like if you don't have all these jobs and have a big family, like 5 or 6 kids, you're running from something. So there's got to be a lot more to it. As far as what happened in his childhood growing up. Because I have no problems with anyone chasing the bag.
Right.
Go get that money.
Me neither.
But you don't want to be 60, 70 with all those millions in the bank, and now you got to pay a 20-year-old to give you a bath.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing wrong with you getting this paper, getting that money. But I didn't hear anything about 5 or 6 kids.
He has 2.
So, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I really need to know there's got to be something else there. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
said, something growing up, the struggle. Because, you have people who grow up in when they really got a wish sandwich, wish you had some meat in this bread or something. And you have a lot of people that tell themselves, I will never allow this to happen to me.
Right.
And I'm going to do anything in my power. But if you're making all this money and, I mean, with 2 kids, you got all these jobs, you got to be bringing some decent money in.
Yeah.
But you still
His
have to
wife
enjoy.
doesn't work.
His wife doesn't work?
His wife is a stay-at-home mom.
Oh, you bumped your fucking
And
head, homie.
They only just have one son that's at home. His other son lives in another state.
Oh,
So he's paying child support.
He
too.
didn't bump his head. But she going to do something. Fuck that. But no, I mean, I feel you. You want it because you're supporting 3 people.
Right.
4, your 2 kids, your wife, and you.
Right.
But, hey, if it works for you 2, I could be wrong. If I am, I apologize. But I'll be putting some hidden cameras in my house.
Word. Stupid ass. Shout out to Aaron Morgan. He says, I say what I wanna. That sounds just like him. I was talking to him the other day. He always got some smart. But
I mean,
that's him.
It's there's honesty and then there's like, are you fucking serious?
This is the one who would ask his date on the first date if they were paying for themselves.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, yeah, that was.
But that should have happened before we even got to the restaurant. But no, what I'm saying is like there's, as long as you're not out there to purposely hurt someone.
Right.
Like I always tell people, I believe words hurt more than physicality.
Yo, that is. Yo.
I always say the person who says sticks and stones will break my wounds, but words will never hurt me.
Gemini,
need to be
right?
shot. I'm a Gemini, yeah.
Yo.
They need to be shot.
Like mines, man. I say the same exact
like
thing.
word. I mean, you got
slap
people
me, punch me, do
Yeah.
whatever. You say certain things to me, and
That will
it
hurt you
hits
for
me,
years to
your
come.
Word,
Hurt
and
you for
feel
years
it,
to
you feel
come.
It. It's
So,
very
like I
true.
said, if you're, just being bluntly honest, I get you. But if it takes the point where you're out there trying to like hurt people's feelings, yeah, come on.
Yeah. Bella in Miss Party Creation, she says she's stubborn. Jose Reed, he said he's way too honest. Rather hurt you with the
How
truth.
is that possible, though? But go ahead, finish.
He would much rather hurt you with the truth than a lie, and he can also be petty. Yo, there's such
He's
thing
been
as
raised a lot around women. But what happens is, I've never really understood I'm too honest. Like,
That's me.
words should never
That's
be
me.
uttered. Those words should
Why?
never be uttered.
Yo, listen.
There's no such thing as too honest.
Yes, it is.
Give me an example.
Basically, you're being blunt and honest about every
No, but
fucking
you're
thing.
saying there's something wrong with it, so I'm saying.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Some people can't take criticism. They can't take the truth.
Then they don't want honesty, which means you don't want me around.
We talked about this the other day. If someone asks me a question and I give them the honest truth about how I feel, and then they get upset by my honest truth, they didn't want the honest truth. some people can be too honest for a person and tell them too much
But
about themselves.
that's like an oxymoron. Like, you can't be too honest. Like, it unfortunately, I always say for
Some
people
can't
like
take it.
the fact that you want to be bamboozled, you want someone to lie to you, and you want to be with that person, man, get the fuck out of here.
Tony, shout out to him. He says, I am an asshole.
Yeah, that's me, homie.
Also, check my Facebook friends list. 85% females. 85% females, 80% of them are obese. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Tony. I love you. I'm not in that 80%.
Yo. Oh, he gonna get on you.
Tony like his women big.
I got you, Prodigy.
There's nothing wrong with that. He also says, plus I have no filter, and my passive aggressiveness can really fuck shit up with a woman. My sense of humor is brutally honest, and not everybody likes that. Oh, well.
What is Tone's sign?
He is an Aquarius.
He sounded like he a Gemini.
He's an Aquarius.
Because that's me. I could give two shits. But I'm serious. Like, it kills me how people want you to help their self-esteem. I'm not here to big you up.
Okay.
That's not my
All right.
job is not to big you up.
Okay. It's not help with the self-esteem. If you're with someone and they're complimenting you constantly, it doesn't help to hurt. It doesn't help to compliment
Here's my
them back.
If you're complimenting me massively, that means you want me to reciprocate. My thing is
Exactly.
this: if you need to hear it from me, then something's wrong with you.
No. Okay.
It is. If you don't, here's the thing: I'm with you. Obviously, that says something. I'm with you.
That's not true.
I'm dedicated.
Okay.
I'm all in.
Maybe it depends
I'm not.
on the situation.
What the situation? Why do you have to constantly be reminded shit that you should already know?
Oh, okay. That's the key. Shit that you should
Right.
already
And if
know.
you don't know it, it ain't my fucking job.
Listen, it should have been the job from jump to put it out there.
Oh.
Yo,
You better
listen.
look in the mirror, read a piece of paper, and that'll help you the fuck out.
I guarantee you, a woman is going to be more intrigued by a man who pays her compliments than one who doesn't.
That's bullface lie.
It is not a bold-faced
That
lie.
means that's a woman that want to be lied to. Because that nigga saying
What
it
do you
just...
mean lie to?
He's saying it just because you want to hear it, not because he really
no,
means it.
no. The right one will say it at the right
The
time.
right
when
one
it's
ain't going to
supposed
tell you
be said.
5,000 times.
Not 5,000. You can say it to me one time and I'd be happy.
Well, I don't know what the fuck
Say it
you've
to
been
me one-
fucking with. But again...
Me neither. Evidently.
Prodigy says, I don't like to be bossed around or treated like a child. I don't like bossy people. Don't tell me what to do unless I ask you, or you're going to have a problem. Also, I don't like judgmental people. Then you don't like people at all. No. No, here's what I'm saying about this, Prodigy.
She probably doesn't.
There are things in your life or people that are around you that know things or should tell you things you don't want to hear. Just because you don't want to hear it doesn't mean that it isn't the right thing for you. We need that 1,000% open, honest person that'll lay the law down and let us know. I got you, Tone. That'll let us know exactly what's going on in our lives. That's a friend. Your friend's not there to just pat you on the back. No, your friend's did it also. Here's my thing. I think your friend is definitely there to get on you when you're wrong. That's a true friend. Mm-hmm. Not to continue to put a battery in your back. Your friend's there with like, bitch, you're wrong. Or homie, are you fucking serious? That's what your true friend is there for.
Shit.
So Tone says, Kara, you must have pissed him off.
Oh, no.
If I'm showing you how much I care, as opposed to telling you, that should mean more.
Exactly.
What? But that's not what you were saying.
Yo, but
That's not what you just said.
That's what it is.
That's not what you
if
just
I
said.
knew, you wouldn't have to ever tell me.
Tone,
A woman
I'm
never
beating my
has
chest
to
right
hear,
now, Tone.
Listen, a woman never has to hear the words, I love you.
That's not what you just said, though.
It is 100% what I said.
It's what you
if
probably
she
meant.
knows. Okay.
It's probably what you meant, but what you said is here's the thing. We all know that, yes, women love compliments. But my thing is, I should not have to have a sheet or set my alarms just to let you know that you're beautiful.
Oh no,
Or
that's not needed.
this and that.
That's
like,
not needed. But listen, I would much rather there be action than verbal. I don't. If you're not trying to show me nothing, I'm not hearing what you have to say.
Yeah, because you know me, I'm always a firm believer, and I always say, I don't care what you tell me, it's what you show me.
Exactly.
Because a lot of times there are people out there that tell you that much as they care about you, why they sitting next to the next person.
Exactly.
I want you to show me.
Exactly. Okay. Was okay? Antonio Russell Sr. He said, "What's hard about dating him is that he's right 90% of the time."
All right, so he want a woman he can meet all online that doesn't speak English.
He do pornos.
I don't care what it is.
Yo,
ladies and fellas. Ladies and fellas, I really want y'all to understand.
I've seen them.
If you just want a physicality relationship, then yes, that man who's blessed, or that woman who's built, that's for you. But again, after you nut, after you have your orgasm, you have 20 some hours in a day that you still have to be surrounded by that person. And dick and pussy only goes but so far. You have to be a complete package.
I would never know. I don't know. Zachary D. Smith, shout out to him. I told him to watch me tonight. I hope he is. He says, I'm very clean and I hate a messy home and I like space. A woman can't be clingy. Damn it. And you know what? Me and Zach been friends a long time. He's out in Ohio. We have tried to make plans a few times to get up with each other, and they've always gone bad. But I get the whole you don't like a messy home. I have kids, so my house is moderate. You know, for the most part, it'll be all right. My bed is a mess all the time. But he says he doesn't like a clingy woman. So I don't. I hear you though. Bobby Phoenix, he says he's extremely nonchalant. Yo, that would drive me crazy. If I was messing with somebody, that's like just like talking to a brick wall.
I mean, is it
nonchalant person?
Is
like,
it nonchalant?
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Again,
there's got to be something like.
Well, I don't know if it's like the fact of nonchalant. Again, I just think it's just more lines. And unfortunately, again, people want constant gratification. Like they want someone to remind them of something. And I think that shit is ludicrous. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not here to pat your back. I mean, and just because you find something interesting doesn't mean I'm going to find it interesting.
Right. Okay.
But if we're dating, these are, again, we talk about the communication, getting to know each other. You would know that that's not something I'm doing cartwheels and backflips for just because you do.
Right. Ronnie Lynch, shout out to him. He says he's lustful.
That nigga cheating.
I was talking to him the other day on Facebook. He took a picture. You could see like the green in his eyes from the sun. I was like, "Oh, you look nice." I guess. And I saw the gateway, you know, like. But I also know he's married and, you know, has kids and stuff. And I'm glad he responded. Thanks, Ronnie, for responding. Shout out to Casper Crows. He says he's a swinger with a video game. Supreme and sneaker habit. That's dope. I don't see where that would be a problem.
I mean, again, you know, everyone, there's someone out there that likes it. Mm-hmm. You know, but again, the fact that you can be open and honest with it, helped the situation out very much.
Mm-hmm. Also, shout out to Claude Aiken. He says, I'm cheap. I be trying not to be a trick. He's honest. I like that. Noted. He's cheap.
Cheap. Only thing, again, I say is, like, you know, good luck. That's the best I can tell you. You know, because when it comes to women and dating and stuff like that.
Listen, guys, you don't see that I have a diary that I sit here and I read from every week lately. But this is my list. I don't know if you can see it. of all the reasons why it's difficult to date me.
We got to hear it now.
I was at home and I'm trying to come up with stuff, and I called a couple of people and they didn't agree with some of the things I said because they dated me and they didn't feel that way. But I always try to give as much accuracy as I can. So this is what I was able to come up with. It's hard to date me because of my past. I have trust issues. So
Okay.
when I go into a relationship, instead of saying, okay, I'm going to give this person 100% of my trust from the beginning and then let them lose it, motherfucker, you got to earn my shit. You get zero trust from...
I feel you though. Go ahead.
You get zero trust, and it's got to build. You got to build it. You know? And that's only because of things that I have been through in my past.
So
Now-
you're taking your past, making it your present, which is affecting your future.
No.
I'm
Hell
not.
no. It's making me learn. Yo, you have no idea. I'd meet a guy. A week later, you know, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're planning vacations, all this other shit. 2 months later, we're going on vacations. 4 months later, we're not together. I'm not beat for that shit. You know, or 4 months later, I'm finding out you got somebody else. I'm not beat for that. You're getting zero trust. The guard is way the fuck up high from jump, and you have
Right,
to
but
earn
that
it from
that
me
new
in order
person
to have
had
it.
nothing to do with anything that happened.
No, but
Right.
you know
So
what?
the fact that that new person didn't cause those situations
Not
or
at all.
issues
Mhm.
or problems
Mhm.
that you are occurring or going through,
Mhm.
the fact that you're bringing it in there, it proves that you're not over your past.
No. I'm
And
over
that's
my
why
past.
no, you can't be. Bring that's when
I'm
it's like
scarred from the
you
past. There's
got
a difference.
to earn my.
You have to earn it. You have to earn it. Listen, I have given 100% of my trust
Right.
to a lot of these men I've been dealing with.
And it didn't work out, right?
It did
Right.
not
So,
work
but
out.
now you've allowed those men to change who you are.
Yo, that's just natural.
How is it natural? You should
Are you
be.
serious?
If long as you're not hurting anyone, being open and honest is not a bad thing. You're not hurting anyone. All right. There's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, you need to find out sooner
Right.
that this is just a plaything or a game.
Right.
It's not serious.
Right.
That's what you have to do sooner
Right. Okay.
instead of letting someone change your heart. Once you become, hey, my father told me, he said, he said, don't ever fuck with a woman your age. They broken and they're bitter. You know what I mean? So, and that's what we say. Like,
I'm younger
if
than
you
you.
get to the point to where you can tell yourself, hey, listen, that shit was fucked up. That shit hurt. I'm going to take time. What's good, Jew? I got
Hey, that's Zach.
you. Yeah.
He's here.
He's like, I'm here.
Okay.
You take that time. You work on yourself. You weigh your, and in fact that you're talking to yourself, you shouldn't be able to lie to yourself.
Right.
You can be open and honest with everything that happened in that past relationship, something that you could have done better. So when you work into the next one, you know how to, you know what? I could ease back. I don't have to be that hard. That was wrong. I shouldn't have did that. You can be honest with yourself.
Mhm.
Right? But you don't want to change who you are as a harder person.
All right, put it like this. I know now the mistakes I made in my most recent breakup. However, going into the next relationship, I'm not putting so much trust into anything.
Well, I mean, hey, listen.
I can't
I
do
understand
it.
what you're saying. You're tired of being hurt, but
I'm
as he's
tired, yo.
but
I'm
still, at the end of the
tired.
day, that new person you meet did not put any of those heartaches, any of those long nights, tearful nights, anger. That person you just met didn't cause any of that.
Right.
You know, they didn't cause any of that.
No.
So that person should not have to hold that weight
Listen,
of everyone before him.
don't get it twisted. We have a normal relationship. He doesn't know how I feel. I know in my mind how I have to gear myself and prepare myself for the next relationship. He's being treated the same way. We're doing everything just like a normal relationship. I'm not bothering him, but I'm not believing a lot of the shit either. Fuck that. Okay? Don't you put your hands up and laugh at me. I'm not believing it. And if you damn sure aren't giving me reasons to believe it, fuck you, yo. I'm done.
Okay.
Okay. The next thing is, I like spooning. I love to cuddle. I love to spoon. And
I give you a spoon all day long. You want it frozen?
Shut
You
up.
want it?
I like time with my man.
Okay.
So lately, it's been a problem finding somebody who wants that same thing. So that I guess that's something that's difficult about dating.
Why would that be a hard part? No,
Because niggas don't give you time.
there's some dudes out here that like to cuddle. I don't know where the
Where
fuck
the
they
fuck
at.
are they?
I don't know, because that
Yo,
shit's the worst shit in the world
Grown
to me.
Talk with Goddess at yahoo.com. Where are you?
I'm like, get the fuck off of me after I nut.
No, you know what? I'm not listening to that. And another thing that's hard about dating me is I tend to be the breadwinner in all my relationships. All of them.
Well, I mean, all right, hold on. That's like a double. I'm not a double-edged sword. That's unfair.
It is unfair. Why
No,
can't I
it's
meet a
unfair.
motherfucker with money like me?
That's unfair to the guys you date because you're in a career
Okay, but
where
listen.
you get paid a large sum of money.
Okay, at the end of the day, I don't give a shit about the money you spend. It is the time and the effort you put into
Right,
writing
but you just
on
said you want to find someone making as much money as you.
a
That's
fucking
not
piece
gonna-
of paper like this. Happy Mother's Day or Happy Birthday. How much did that cost? It costs nothing.
I ain't gonna lie, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Nothing at all. Sorry.
Tell us how you really feel. But no, I understand what you're saying. I truly do.
Sorry.
But to find someone that, I mean, there are jobs out there. I'm not saying they're not. But, you know, gotta be careful.
Because I know that a lot of the guys that I choose to deal with aren't on my level financially. I'm not really big on.
So does he have to be making a minimum?
No.
No, I'm saying a certain minimum.
No.
All right.
No, not at all. But if you can't do in one way, you better be prepared to do some other fucking way.
Okay.
Don't just do nothing.
Came from the heart.
Yo, I feel it. Yo, you have no idea. Yo, this is free. You know, you can call your girl in the morning, right? I love you on a piece of paper. Take a picture of it, send it to her. You don't gotta spend no fucking money on that.
It is because, you know, when you're paying your phone bill and the fees.
That's my problem, man. Like, it's hard dating me because I be expecting niggas that I fuck to have brains.
I feel you, Toad. Hell yeah, Toad. Yo, I got me, Toad, man. I fucks with him, man. My man said, catch Kara's attitude part 2 at 9 p.m.
I feel pain. Yo, and he's texting me. It's okay. Body heat is okay. I like the extra body heat. Yo, when we get to the point in a relationship where we're spending the night with each other and we're sleeping in the bed with each other all night, I like to put my leg up over on top of yours. I miss being held. I like being held.
No, I mean, like I
I
said,
have not been held.
You are a cuddler. You like
I
cuddling.
like that shit.
Yeah. I mean, maybe
I
you
like
should start
it.
dating females. I don't know.
I don't want to date females. Somebody's gonna give me what the fuck I need, yo. Somebody. Okay. You want to tell me what's hard about dating you?
Oh shit!
While I refill.
We need a we need a 20-hour show about that. I hold. Best thing I would say, the hardest thing about dating me is the woman that tells me something, I'm going to hold her accountable for it. So I think that would be the hardest thing. So if you're telling me this is the way you are, you won't change this particular thing about you, you will stay the same about this particular thing, I'm going to hold you accountable for it. You know, My last relationship, I was totally open and honest about.
Totally.
Yeah, I love Tone.
Yo,
I was open
fucking
and
love.
honest about my promiscuous ways,
Mm-hmm.
past promiscuous ways, about the type of person I was,
Mm-hmm.
so I wouldn't be accused of that person. You know, what I mean, I put everything out on the table, everything open, and
Fine.
you still to get judged. So that's to me.
Okay.
The hardest thing about dating me is I'm going to hold you to your word.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So that was the Facebook post. We're gonna follow up on this. If this still generates more
Leave
comments,
it up.
I might have to bring this back in about a week or so.
Yeah, leave it up.
And who knows? Even maybe by then the attitude will be gone.
Probably not, but go ahead.
I'll feel better. I don't think so either. Anyway, all right, guys. So for the next topic, this was given to me by a friend of mine that asked to remain anonymous, but he is watching everybody's posts. Oh, just real quick, I just got 2 comments in on the last post from Jamie Dial. He says his insecurities makes it hard to
date him,
and
right?
he says since I get yelled at for being insecure, then the bitch proves me right. So,
Not really, homie.
oh,
I will say this. You're insecure because you've been hurt. You're insecure because you trusted someone you shouldn't have. And what I would tell you, do not go near no woman. For a long time, I think you need to. I'm not being funny. I'm being dead ass. You might need to start counseling. You need to learn how to love you again. You need to learn how to love and let go.
yep,
Unfortunately, we to this day, when it comes to dating, don't understand that not the first person you date is not going to be the person you spend the rest of your life with.
right, true,
A
true.
lot of times, you have to learn what it takes to be in a relationship because a lot of us don't know it.
Amen.
Even at you're 19, 20, 21, 22, 35, you've been living with yourself 35 years, longer than you've been with this person, and you have to learn to put yourself on the back burner for the best of the relationship, and you just have some people that don't have that in them, and you have to learn how to pick that shit up quick.
Yo, you about to make me come on myself.
That's the truth. Because
Hey,
when
hey.
you're in a relationship, me turns into we.
What?
And not everyone can turn that me off.
Nope.
And you got to
Nope.
pick up on that. And
Get
the reason why we have so many relationships or so many people who aren't friends with their ex is because they let it get to the point to where it's hate. You have to remember at one point in time, you guys were great friends. You talked to each other.
Yep.
Every person knew everything about it.
Yeah.
And you have to understand if there's certain things, whether one person changed or you both outgrew each other or a person's past started catching up, you got to catch it. If you can fix it, fix it. If not, part ways. And you never know what happens in the future, but at the end of the day, you guys won't be enemies, and that person can help you.
That's right.
That would be a person like Goss was able to call someone and was like, yo, how was it dating me? And get a true honest answer, not a bitter answer.
Yep.
Not a bitter answer.
Yep.
A true honest answer.
Yep.
So
Yep.
take some time to yourself, homie. Reevaluate yourself. Look at all the things that happen in that relationship as far as you're concerned. And once you get that confidence back,
All
then you
golden.
know it's time for you to step out there again.
Yep. All golden. All right. So back to the other post. This was interesting to me because I have so many questions. So many. I need to know if there's an age limit that goes with this. Why do women prefer older men? Who? I don't understand. R.I.P. to my silence. Who prefers an older man? Let's read a couple of my comments. Tika Watson, shout out to her. She says she prefers an older man because of their maturity and bomb-ass sex.
Back up.
Does this mean somebody older, older than the age of like 50 or 55? Because
All right, here's what you have to understand about physicalities.
mature.
You have some people who understand.
Fine
All right,
sex.
men and women, when you're engaging in sex, the only thing should be going through your mind is pleasing the person that you're in that room with. But it takes time for people to understand that. Instead of being, I got mines, it don't matter. Or, so once you can start saying in your mind that it's all about that other person's satisfaction and then I get mines. So dating an older person, these people, well, some older people do understand that.
Okay, but when we say older person, are we saying somebody over a certain age?
Well, see, this is like, I wanted to ask that question while we were here. As far as an actual number, can we put a number as far as what is the proper amount of age difference? Is it
Right.
5? Is it 10? Is it
Okay.
15? Is there too big of a gap?
Okay. Right.
But it's more about experience, I would say.
Steven Gonzalez, shout out to him. He says security. Security what? Guard?
Well, no, it's just more lines. You do have people who've been through life experiences. They learned from not knowing or not doing properly as far as investing, saving, because there's so many people out there, black people, that don't know about stocks and bonds and having your money in savings and interest and shit
Hood
like
niggas. Not all black people.
No, I'm saying most black people. You show me a lot of black people with stocks and bonds, with shares in companies.
You're right.
So if you're using an iPhone, do you have iPhone stock? It'll pay for itself. I'm just saying, just to put things out there. Mm-hmm. If you have Sprint service, do you have stock in Sprint? There are so many things that you could be having your money work for you.
Word. That's for sure.
But we're not doing that. So from a financial aspect, I need someone experienced. Now, from my situation, it was a younger lady that taught me how to save. Mm-hmm. I was in them streets. I was making $3,000 profit a week, and I was blowing it. And it was just more lines. I didn't know the value of saving, of how not to spend just because it's my pocket. And she taught me that. But she's had that experience.
Okay. Prodigy again, shout out. She says, some people prefer men with a non-knucklehood mentality. Some older men are more established and settled in life. Some older men are less drama-free, and older men have seen life and has been through more and a little bit smarter book and street smart, and they have their stuff together and can't be more responsible than a younger man. It depends on the young man or old about responsibility, though. Some women find that older men will be better fathers than younger men. They can teach the kids better. Now, this hurts my heart because this bitch knows me. She knows me personally, and you know that's bullshit. Yo, you know what?
How is it bullshit?
Calm down, Kara.
What tone? You said what, 9 p.m.?
She knows me personally, and she knows that's not true. Okay. None of that she just said is true.
To you, it's not true.
In my case, in my opinion, no, it is not true.
Okay.
But again, what is older? Are we saying a nigga over 50?
Well, see, I understand the older part. I would just say experienced.
Okay.
Because there are, again, older women out there or older men out there that don't understand or know how. There are a lot of, sugar daddies out there that they accumulate that other guy. They accumulate so much funds, but there's nobody you start getting to the later stage of your life, and there's nobody there to share it with. Now you gotta go out here and fuck with these chicks in the projects who looking for rent money.
Yo,
or food
don't get it
food
twisted.
money.
A lot of these niggas like chicks from the projects. They love them.
No,
bitches.
they love it because they can control them. So that we're not. It's like because again, I can control you with these finances that I have.
No, they love them because they be outside half naked in the fucking summertime. Because that's all everybody ever does out there. Is just sit on their ass outside. And
There you
drink.
go, Tone. Catch Kara's Attitude, Part 2, at 9 p.m.
Woosah. Sean Larkin, shout out to him. He never comments on anything. I appreciate you, sir. He says, my opinion, women are generally more mature than men when things are equal or similar, age, income, community. They also want to be protected and cared for no matter how independent they claim to be. Older men provide that security in their minds. It is just in the mind, you're right. Straight up. 100%. Like me, 100%. I was in my mind thinking, you know what? I got this little young baby father, which is Henry. I'm gonna go out and find me an older guy. Shout out to Michael. Michael Fussell. That's the guy I had the bad date with. He says, same reason younger men love older women. They don't play games, and then they know what they want. Mostly already established. Just know who they are and what they want. You know what?
I mean, it can be. I understand what you're saying. Like I said, once a person hits this is what I tell people. I think once you start hitting 26, 27, you should have experienced your play life. You should have ran through a couple of dudes. A dude should have ran through a couple of chicks. And you should have had your life experience, your college life, your smut part of your life. And now it's time for you to truly understand what it takes to survive. Because there are a lot of people out here that just still about just dick and pussy. And them niggas is by themselves right now. Dead ass. Dead ass. Motherfuckers being used. Because that's what they all consider their life to be about. Because it's just more lines. If you don't understand, again, you have to get past the physicalities. I need someone that can be there also, not just when it comes time for us to start sweating.
Okay. Melanin Brown. I liked her comment, but I really wish it held true in my life. And again, my two baby fathers are not both 9 years older than me. And then you got Henry, who's a year younger than me. So I have it. I have the experience on both sides, the younger and the older. She says, older men have an appreciation for women. When she said that, I wanted to drop my phone and go jump out the window.
Well, it's the older. It's the men that she again. Stop going to the local jailhouse and looking for niggas. Because I tell people that you have to, depending on the type of person you're looking for, you can't be looking for a suit and tie in the fourth ward. Sorry.
No, listen.
You know what I mean? There's certain areas you're not going to find the shit you're looking for.
Listen. No, you're not going to find certain things in the fourth ward. But where the fuck do you have to go to find a nigga who want to spend time with his woman and not a bunch of niggas? Where do you go? Where do you find those
Not
people?
in the fourth.
Not anywhere.
That's not true. I don't mind spending time with my woman, but she also got to understand I got life other than her.
You know what? That should be my next topic question. For couples who aren't living together, how often should they see each other?
Put it out. Let's do it.
I need to know.
Let's
Because
do it.
twice a fucking month don't work for me.
That's your fault, but go ahead.
It is my fault. And that's the reason why I'm done with it.
9 p.m. part 2.
Older men can teach you an accelerated perspective beyond your experience. Where?
All right, put it like this. I remember Gotti was dating this little young Latin shorty. And a lot of people were asking why she kept dating an older man. And she was like, what am I going to get from these young dudes other than dick? She said, eventually I'm going to get older. I need to know how to make my own bag. This man's going to show me how to make my own bag.
That's if they've made one themselves. She also ended it by saying older men are sexy. Maybe that old man in that picture. Now, I find one like... See, y'all might have been thrown off by the picture. Not all of them look like that.
Nah.
I meet one that
What was
looks like
that old one? It was an old dude. He was big as hell. He was counting off $100 bills, talking about light bill, all that other shit.
Look, I meet one that look like that, then you do whatever you want.
Well, I mean, if you look at this, yes, you see an older person, but you see an older person who's taking care of himself. Because what I think, unfortunately, people fail to realize in relationships, it's not just about health is a large part of relationship. I need to know you're gonna be here a while. You're here with me. I'm not gonna have to roll your ass around in a fucking wheelchair for the rest of your fucking life because you didn't take care of yourself.
I be telling, listen, not for nothing. I don't have issues with the other baby father, but I be telling Delaney all the time, like, realize this. You're 9 years older than me. By the time your son graduates high school, your old fucking ass is gonna be in a wheelchair.
Well, you're gonna be the one pushing him. So.
No, I'm not.
We all don't believe that
He's
shit.
gonna have his homies pushing him. I'm not pushing him nowhere.
Yeah.
He's gonna have his boys pushing. Want to do something while you still look decent? You better want somebody to like your ass now, because guess what? We ain't doing shit but getting older. Take for granted the ones that want to be with you while you look the way you do, because motherfucker, when you go bald.
Well, you gotta. I mean, no disrespect to this. If a person's not there because they don't want to fucking be there, that's what. I'm sorry. It's just you can't force somebody to do something they don't want to do.
Sure can't. You sure can't.
And I was telling eventually, no matter what you look like or whatever, they're gonna want to nut eventually too. So
yeah,
you'll get that occasional call.
All the time lately. Shout out to Tony. He says, hell if I know. I'm sorry, he's country. Hell if I know. I'm rarely the older dude with the women I talk to. On the flip side, I hear a bunch of women saying negative things about older men. Tony, that's my dude. I can't call it. But I'll be one of those older men someday. Hopefully I'll be married though, just saying. If I was in my 40s, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you or anybody else. You've been married though.
Yeah.
You've done it, you've tried it, you've experienced it, so this does not pertain to you. But if I'm in my 40s and my idea of a Friday and Saturday night, if I have a significant other, is to be someplace playing cards drunk with my niggas, I would kill myself. Swear to God. If by the age of 40 I'm not married, I am turning into a mega hoe. Straight up and down. I'm going to enjoy my life before I die one way or the other, whether it be with someone or without. And that's just it.
Yeah, like I said, my father said, once they hit a certain age, they've been broken. Nah, it's real talk.
I am broken.
It's just,
I want to be hugged. I want to be cuddled. I want to be touched.
All right, that's not being broken.
Yo.
All right. I got mad love for you. But at the end of the day, you are your own fucking problem. You're your own problem.
I get it.
If someone is not giving me what I want, I'm not fucking with them. Period.
I know.
There is no phone calls.
I know.
There is no, hey, how you doing?
I know.
Fine without you, motherfucker.
I know. Right?
I'm
right.
sorry.
You're
I
right.
can't have no sympathy for someone who ain't fucking with me. And just because you pick the phone up from time to time don't mean you fucking with me.
Right.
Fucking with me is being there, good, bad, and the ugly.
I had to learn the hard way.
That's what fucking with me means.
I had to learn the hard way who fucks with me and who doesn't fuck with
So
me.
again, if you calling me out of the blue, which means I haven't spoken to you in a while, that's what out of the blue means. That's what it means. If you don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me. There's nothing wrong with it. It just means we're not on the same page. But don't expect me to fuck with you when you want me to fuck with you.
Yeah.
You can't say, oh, damn, short a couple of dollars. Really? I'm about to go buy a $900 TV. That's fucked up.
Yeah. No, that's the shit I'm about to get on. Right there.
It's not, but here's the thing. I refuse to, my thing is, I guess you want to go back to the other, I refuse to let anybody think they have power over me.
Yeah.
Whether it's finances or physicality.
Mm-hmm.
There are other people out there with money.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell women and men all the time, there are other people out there with vaginas and penises.
Yeah.
There are other people out here. And I tell people all the time that the arrogance to think you're the only one attracted to the person you with is the dumbest shit in the world.
They could be attracted all they want. All right, that's it. I'm not. It's not gonna be no 9 o'clock session. I'm not saying anything else. I'm not.
Now again, dating someone
I'm having
older,
a bad
I would
day.
say, I don't think it's older. I think you would want to target someone with experience, life experience, or that was raised the right way. And it doesn't mean that they have both parents. It's just someone that understands that in order to have a successful relationship, you have to bend, you have to bob and weave. There are times, you're going to have to take it on the chin, and there are other times you're not going to, because it's a give and take.
Yeah.
A relationship is a give and take. It's not about you having your way all the time. It's about the relationship growing and prospering. And it's all about the benefit of the relationship. There is no me. There is us and there is we. There is no it has to be 50-50. I think that's another one of the dumbest shits in the fucking world. 50-50. No.
Why?
Because there is no such thing as 50-50.
What the fuck do you mean? If I'm going out and we're going out on dates and I'm paying for every fucking
That's
date,
not 50-50. That's a relationship.
Oh, okay.
It shouldn't be no structure. If I'm going out and I just paid for dinner and I have to ask you or to put the tip down, that's a fucking problem.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If one person in the relationship to date has spent $4,370
Right.
to make someone happy and the
Right.
other one has spent zero,
Right.
that's not fair.
Well, hold on. Now, if you're talking about from that standpoint, if the person has the additional funds, is not spending it, that's one. That's one. But if the person is still, like you said, writing these letters on this piece of paper because it doesn't cost any money, all right, then that should satisfy your life.
Fuck
'cause
you.
Hey, it's your words. I'm the wrong person to have these conversations
you
with
know
because
what?
I'm going to be real. But again, it's not about finances. You
it
can't
wouldn't be.
expect a person who's making less than you to put 50 up. No. It's okay. I got the mortgage. I got the rent. You
Listen,
take care of the utilities. That's
not-
50-50.
Okay, that's not what I mean as far as financially.
No, I understand what you're saying. You
If-
put a lot of money out. Okay, if that person doesn't have the money, you
You
can't
should be
expect.
able to do something else
Right.
to make up for
And
it.
now, if that person's not doing it, then again, that's on you.
It
For
is on
every
me.
dollar,
I've been a
for
dumb
every
ass.
dollar you spent, after you realized you wasn't getting anything in return,
Not even nothing.
then that's all on you. What's that whole thing? Fool me once, shame on me. Sorry, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So if you're up to situation 433, then again, here's the thing. You can't blame nobody else for taking advantage of you. You can't. You can
Aw.
blame them for
Funny.
getting mad because you didn't allow it,
Right.
but you can't get mad for someone taking advantage of you. What you got there?
Tony, he says, I'm glad you and Truth fuck with me because I fuck with y'all too.
All day.
Yes!
All day.
And no, you cannot get mad for someone taking advantage of you.
No, you can't get mad for someone that you allowed.
Allowed.
To
You can't
take
get
advantage
mad
of
if
you.
you get manipulated. You cannot be mad.
Because you're
if
allowed.
you
The
get-
moment you know it
Yeah.
and you don't stop it and walk away from it, it's all on you. And that's why I
Absolutely.
refuse to hear anybody talk any kind of shit about it happened again. I'll change the subject in 5 seconds.
What's today, May 30th?
I don't want to hear it.
I've seen it. It's a done deal.
I don't want to hear it.
How long should... Oh, well, no. Well,
What?
I
How
was
long
going
should
into
what?
the next one, but for the next topic for next week. How often should two people who do not live together see each other if they're in a relationship and there's love? I love you.
Yeah, it has to be regularly.
Regularly, right?
Yeah, it has to
Twice
be.
a month wouldn't work for you, especially if you live 5 minutes apart from each
I'll
other.
be fucking everything around so that we couldn't be in a relationship.
I guess I'm gonna head on out now.
We couldn't be in a relationship.
All right, guys. That is my time for this week. As always, great show.
Always.
Thank you so much, True.
Always.
Thank you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's edition of Grown Talk with Goddess. As always, truthvibetv.com. Ask any questions that you want me to talk about or bring up any topics to discuss on the show. I will bring it up. If you answer my question of the week on Facebook, which should be posted every week, but I've been damn it depressed. You hear your shout out.
I'm glad you told the truth. Go ahead.
I've been extremely depressed.
Go ahead.
Extremely. Like, I had to, like, meditate to get rid of the eye bags from all the crying I've been doing the past 2 days. But I see you guys next week. Don't forget, stay safe. Silent protest. Don't get hurt out there, guys. If Walmart starts to get looted, someone call me. Thanks so much for tuning in.